Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. My name's Chelsea. You know that, I know that. I'm just a lady with a bulldog, a camera, and too many opinions. And today, those opinions continue to be about Cody Co. Turns out, Cody Co and his best friend, Colby Leachman, have a long history of less than spectacular, grapey behavior. Take that, demonetization tools. And they are truly, it seems, two birds of a feather. While the circumstances of their alleged crimes are different, both men have been accused of graping, monetization reasons, young women. Statutory or not, there's a reason why those laws exist. Minors cannot consent, hence the age of consent, to any sexual acts with, at all, but with adults. And truly the age gap between 17 and 25, that's very inappropriate. But this wasn't Cody's first time being involved with someone who was underage while he was in his mid-20s. Thanks to Reddit, that's my girl, it has come out that Cody was allegedly, I'm saying allegedly because I'm not trying to get sued, but also just to use protective language, okay? Thanks. Cody apparently was dating a beautiful young girl who was 17 while he was 24. She also was in his Vines occasionally as well, and some of his social media content. When you are 24, you're most likely just graduating or out of college. 17, that's a junior or senior in high school. What? Again, gross. And a crime. Earlier this week, I did release 2 videos regarding Cody Co and the allegations against him regarding Tana Mojo and them engaging in sexual activity together when she was 17. Yes, she did turn 18 a few months later, but if you have to do the math to try to make yourself feel better about the fact that you're trying to hit the age of consent like a target, gross and illegal. Now, a lot of people, myself included, have been really disappointed. The word disappointed is really what has been used the most, I would say, by people not only all over social media, his viewers, but then also other content creators and his colleagues as well. Disappointed, disgusted, but mostly disappointed, I would say, is the most commonly used word in regard to this entire situation, especially the fact that he still has not addressed it. And I don't think he will. Cody has made enough money via YouTube and his other investments that he can just not post ever again and disappear. And someone can just take his place with the Tiny Meat Gang podcast and he'll be fine, completely fine. Like I was saying, a lot of people, including myself, have been really disappointed and feel like we've been bamboozled, honestly. You know, Cody's content was not only something that was like my comfort, something that I really loved watching over the last, over like the last 8 years. And the parasocialness of it all, having someone that you look up to business-wise, that you love their content, having this come out about them, it's like, wow, damn, that sucks. You know, it's at the first level of I'm so disappointed. But then when you find out that he has a pattern of this type of behavior, that in itself just adds a whole new level of like, oh my God, I've been lied to this entire time. Like I bought merch. I was like I paid for like shows. Oh my God. It's like how I feel scammed. I feel like I was scammed into liking a person that clearly was not the actual person that we thought that the collective we, the ominous we, anyways, that we thought that he was. For instance, with the Tana Mojo situation, obviously gross, wrong. Even if none of us knew that she was confirmed to be a minor when it happened, he knew. He absolutely knew. And then having the confirmation of this person was your girlfriend and she was 17 or younger when you were 24, illegal, and also just not appropriate, not okay. What are we expecting from someone who is still friends with his best friend after his best friend did what we're about to go over today? I think this aspect of Cody Co of it all really speaks to his character. And like I said, it's very disappointing. Who is Cody Co's best friend? Colby Leachman. Cody Leachman was born 33 years ago in July this month. Happy birthday, asshole. While not much has been reported regarding his childhood, we do know that his mother and father divorced after 20 years of marriage, and she was remarried to a man named Peter. Per his mother, Lori, she married Peter because he was the sweetest guy I'd ever met. Put a pin in that because that's going to be extremely relevant in just a moment. Colby Leachman lived a very privileged life and attended Christ Church School, a private college prep boarding and day school from 2006 to 2010. After graduating from Christ Church, Colby moved to Raleigh, North Carolina to attend Duke University. While taking classes, he earned his Bachelor of Arts as a history major. Colby decided that he wanted to experience Greek life, so he rushed Delta Sigma Pi, and he was accepted into the fraternity. This is where Colby met his, in my opinion, fellow Delta Sigma Pi frat bro, and soon-to-be statutory Stanley best friend, Cody Co. The two were close and partied together frequently. Cody Co and Colby are in countless pictures together, and Colby can be seen featured in Cody Co's YouTube videos. Now, when you think of the stereotypical frat bro, you might think of someone who has 4 brain cells, wears cargo shorts or like vineyard vines, who is misogynistic, has political merch, like a flag on his car, drinks far too much, has these types of glasses with like one of those croaky things on them that he like always has like down here, polo shirts. I'm painting a real good picture for you of the frat bro of like this day and age. I'm actually probably painting a good picture of the frat bro of like 2008. I feel like. Lacoste polos and cargo shorts everywhere. And probably dirty boxers, because they're gross. Now, I remember briefly when I mentioned that Colby's mother married a man who she said was the best person she'd ever met. Well, guess where that guy worked while Colby was attending Duke University? That's right, Duke University. Yeah. His stepfather was the provost at Duke University, which is a very high-ranking position of power within an academic organization. A provost is a senior academic administrator at many institutions of higher education. And guess where his mom worked? Also at Duke. She was a professor. Now, in my opinion, Colby Leachman allegedly is not a statutory Stanley. He's just a Stanley. Listen, I'm trying not to get demonetized, okay? I gotta pay people, all right? Put 2 and 2 together, you get it. That's just my opinion. I'm not a lawyer, I'm not a doctor. I'm just a lady with a bulldog, a camera, and too many opinions, and you can read over these court documents and articles and stuff and see what you think. In March 2011, Colby Leachman allegedly drugged and raped a female student. The alleged rape is reported to have occurred in the provost's home. Yes, his stepfather and mother's home. If that wasn't horrifying enough, Colby managed to move the young woman into his friend's dorm room and invite his friends and fellow Duke University student, Brian Self, to take turns with the victim. All while Colby filmed the entire incident. Not only did the victim not give consent to be sexually assaulted and raped, she also did not consent to it being filmed. Hey, do you think it can get worse? Of course it can. That's why we're here. Colby also later showed the recording to his other fraternity brothers. Yeah. What type of person are you? I don't even need to finish that sentence. We already know. I don't need to rationalize it. Crazy. But like, why would you want to show that to somebody? Like, hey, I got a video to show you. Look at this. I don't need to see you doing that. And with how many people were involved in this and knew about it, how is this person not in prison? Straight to jail. Straight to prison. No fame and fortune for you, buddy. Straight to prison. Federal penitentiary. Electric chair. But of course, he got caught, sent to prison, expelled from school. Of course not. No, he didn't. Nothing at all happened. A month after Colby and his friend Brian did this act, allegedly, to this victim, the police interviewed Colby, and then he apparently lied about the video. At first, it didn't exist. Then he changed his story and said that the young woman was his ex-girlfriend. Colby also lied about showing the video to everyone. Eventually, he admitted that he did show the video to some people, including some of his fraternity brothers, but not, quote, all of them. Due to the extreme situation and environment, the young woman took a leave of absence from Duke University in the spring of 2012. At this time, she told police that she was willing to testify, but per a Reddit user, much to her dismay, they told her the prosecution would not be successful. Can you imagine a video out there of you being violated when you don't even know it's happening? It just, oh my God, it just, How? Cody, how are you friends with this person? Not only friends, Best friends. Your best man. That's your best man? That is? Babe, he shouldn't even be an usher. Like, shouldn't even be invited. If this ever happened, it wouldn't, but God forbid if anyone I even knew did anything like this, my husband and I would never speak to them again. We've cut people off for a lot less. Much, much, much less. It is just wild when we live in an age where people, and yes, I know this happened 10 years ago, right? But still, we still live in this age where there could be a literal video of this activity, non-consenting activity happening, and they tell her that the prosecution would not be successful. I really hope that this girl's okay. I'm not inciting violence on anyone, but Colby, I want to punch you in the I definitely can't have a sponsor on this video. And you know what, Cody? You too. Because why are you still friends with this person? You're a piece of shit too, in my opinion now. Oh my God. Whatever you do, if you're like me and you get like real heated when you read shit like that, do not read the court documents. Actually do. Read them. It's going to make your blood boil, and that's for the better. That's for the benefit of everybody, but not Cody Co. The young woman decided that she would proceed by writing a statement to the university and stating that she was assaulted and recorded without her consent. Now, had Colby's dad not been the provost at Duke and his mom not worked at Duke as a professor, perhaps the outcome would have been different. But to no one's surprise, the university investigated the claims and presented what they found to the disciplinary panel. And can you guess? Can you guess what the panel conclusion they came to? Unanimously, they came to the decision, the judgment, that there was not enough evidence to punish Colby or Brian. There's a video that he even admitted to. Oh my God. I know in my last video about this, I was like, you guys, like, let's not hold other people accountable for his shit actions. I know a lot of people were like, that's flawed, or like, that's a shit take. Calm down. What I was meaning was, don't go harassing his wife and sending threats or harassing other creators who are making statements. Like, stop that. Like, there's a line, of course, hold people accountable, call them out, sure. But there's a line. I feel like we shouldn't cross that. A lot of times can do more damage than good. Okay? Okay. But yes, they're open to criticism. They should be held accountable. Cody Co is disgusting. And that's very apparent now and frustrating. And he's just going to disappear from the internet. You are gonna be hearing my dog snoring because when he sits in the wingback chair that's in my little reading nook, sawing logs, he is busy sawing logs over there. He cannot be bothered, and it's none of our business. So they took advantage of a young woman, well, drugged her, took advantage of her, allegedly, and also filmed themselves doing that act, and then also distributed that as well, and then admitted to there being a video that exists. Probably still exists to this day, maybe, I don't know. So what do you think their punishment was? Do you think they were expelled? Do you think that they were kicked out of school? What do you think happened? Probation. That's it. Their actions severely affected this girl's life. She had to leave the school. And I don't doubt that that was the most awful situation in her life. This girl deserves justice, retribution. I don't know. To be able to punch them both in the maybe. That is insane. If this girl, wherever you are on the internet, you're probably not on the internet. Imagine how frustrating it must be for her. Not only that, but then like seeing him like be successful. Anyways, and like be in circles of like successful people. Let's say there's like a 0.5505 chance that she's watching this. Girl, please reach out to me. I found about 17 people with your name and I have emailed all of them and have not heard back. Let's burn this bitch to the ground, girlfriend. Now, it should be noted once again that Colby's stepfather was the provost at Duke University. For those unfamiliar with this position, here's what the Duke University website states about the provost position. The provost is the chief academic officer of Duke University, responsible to the president for the university's teachings and research mission, working with the deans, faculty committees, and senior officers. The provost develops the institution's intellectual priorities and oversees their implementation. It should also be noted that with Duke University, this position seems to rank higher than the dean. Yeah, so totally not biased, nothing wrong there. Perhaps everyone on that committee that made that decision are misogynist cowards. Maybe they were scared to be unbiased and, scared to lose their jobs. Maybe. But either way, the victim did not receive justice. Now you may be thinking, but Chelsea, was Cody even friends with Colby at that time? Yeah. It seems that they were really close at that time and remain to be. So what are the chances that Cody Co didn't see that video? What are the chances that he's not in the video? I mean, I don't know. I don't want to state that because obviously I don't know, but this is all just my opinion, clearly. But what are the chances that he didn't see it? I would argue slim to none. It's fair to presume that Cody Co was aware of the allegations that his friend drugged and raped this young woman and then proceeded to make it a group activity while she was still not able to consent and filmed it and then distributed that. I'd say it's safe to say he knew about it, especially when that's your best friend and you're the same age and it's your fraternity brother. Like, you're gonna know about that. Disgusting. So what did the victim do when the school wouldn't do anything about it? She filed a lawsuit against Duke University themselves. Per the public court documents, the plaintiff, redacted for privacy, has sued Duke University for violating Title IX of the Education Amendments of 1972. She contends that Duke's response to her March 6, 2011 rape by two students was clearly unreasonable and created a hostile educational environment, depriving her of access to educational opportunities and forcing her to transfer to another school. The evidence viewed in the light most favorable to the victim shows that Duke's response was not clearly unreasonable, and therefore Duke's motion for summary judgment will be granted. Next, we're going to read through some of the evidence provided in the lawsuit. While we're not going to cover everything, the legal documents can be found linked in this description of the video. And just a heads up, trigger warning, it's horrible, as you can imagine. It's pretty upsetting, it's horrible, it's rage-inducing. Not the type of pour a glass of wine, grab a highlighter, going through court documents on a Friday night type of vibe. It's more so after reading it, I want to light everything on fire. The victim began attending Duke University in fall of 2010. According to the victim and her evidence, on March 6, 2011, a fellow student, Colby Leachman, drugged her and then proceeded to rape her. Mr. Leachman was the son of a Duke professor and the stepson of the Duke provost, and the rape occurred in the provost's home. He also invited another student, Bryant Self, to partake in these non-consensual activities while the victim was drugged. This occurred later that night in Mr. Self's dorm room, and Mr. Leachman recorded a short video of the victim's rape by Mr. Self. After the event, Mr. Leachman showed the video, quote, to a few people, but not his entire fraternity, end quote. The victim awoke the next day with bruises and indicators of sexual activity, but no memory of any sexual encounters. She visited the Student Health Center on March 6th, but she left without seeing anyone. She left anonymous notes to the resident advisors, reporting that someone had engaged in sexual conduct with her, that she was bruised, and that she didn't remember the event. She did not provide the names of anyone involved, including her own. While it seems fairly straightforward from the outside looking in, and years later, the federal judge hearing the lawsuit dismissed it. Per the Duke Chronicle, given the victim's clear statements in 2011 to Duke administrators that she did not want to participate in any disciplinary proceedings, and reoccurring statements of hesitation thereafter, no rational jury could find that Duke's response was clearly unreasonable. And that was a quote from U.S. District Judge Catherine Eagles in regards to her ruling. In my opinion, the justice system absolutely failed this victim. The local police failed the victim. Duke University failed the victim. The disciplinary board failed the victim. After everything that happened, Cody Co continued to give Colby a platform, and these two turds remained friends. Cody even invited Colby to his wedding. Colby was actually not only invited to the wedding, not only in the wedding, not only a member of the groom's side of the wedding, but he was Cody's best man. In my opinion, these two deserve each other. But the millions of followers and fans that Cody Co has amassed over the years do not deserve to be subjected to a rapist, a statutory rapist, and a rapist's apologist content. Enabling rape culture is absolutely unacceptable. And by continuing a relationship with and platforming Colby and obviously trying to brush under the rug his own history and past actions. It truly just does show Cody Ko's true character, and in my opinion, as all of this has been my opinion, it's extremely disgusting and disappointing. I, for one, will not be consuming any of Cody Ko's content regardless if Colby is in it or not. Less views for him means less money. And in the world of social media influencers, money talks. So in conclusion, this has been, in my unofficial, absolutely unsolicited opinion, a pattern of disgusting behavior that has been swept under the rug for so long. And that is so unfortunate and disappointing and sad. And most of all, disgusting and unethical and immoral and diabolical and deplorable. At the time of filming this video, Cody Ko has still not responded.
No, really, the silence speaks volume about your character and who you are.
He did play a DJ set that he was contractually obligated to do, which I'm surprised that his PR team was like, yeah, go ahead and do that. But that's another reason why I don't think he's coming back to the internet. I think he was like, you know what? I'm not coming back anyways. Let me get this money and then let's go.
And that shit made me want to vomit.
Which?
R. Kelly being 31 and like charming up 17-year-old girls. And like the music producer like took the words out of my mouth. He's like, you can just tell when someone's, you just know it. It doesn't matter how much makeup they have, like you just know it. I'm like, yeah, you do. Like there's an innocence about being 17. That's fucking creepy.
So that's that on that. I think he's going to leave the internet, invest in more things, a back-end role with all of the things he does, other than like his own. And yeah, damn. Summer 2024, just another week of us being disappointed by our favorite YouTubers. Super cool. All right, so if you are going to leave in the comments below, just know that you are going to get ratioed, and we believe Tana, we believe this other girl on, the Cody side. On the Colby side, I absolutely believe the victim there. And if that victim is watching and she wants to do an interview with me, absolutely, I would love to. Like I said, let's burn it to the ground, baby girl. Let's do it. All right, like, subscribe, comment, all that. If you are subscribed, I really appreciate you, and your butt looks really good. Feelings are valid. You are valuable. If you're going through a hard time right now, it is temporary. If you're going through a great time right now, it is temporary. So just know that it is gonna pass, and you're not gonna feel like this forever. So either buck up and get through it and find comfort in that, or just revel in the happiness that you're feeling right now, because it's gonna pass. All right. If you're not subscribed, you're dead to me. So please subscribe. Your butt looks good, and I'll see you in my next video. Goodbye. So since I filmed this video about Colby regarding the whole Cody Co Tana Mojo situation, I filmed that, went on vacation, and then for a week, and then I'm back and more stuff has happened. So I wanted to include that at the end of this video so that just in case like you're not following everything, you can, to date, I guess. I don't know, like I'm your main news source, but still hasn't said anything like personally, which I think is lazy and a disservice to his very dedicated audience that he's built over the years. But then also, I personally think that he was and is never going to say anything, and that possibly his step back from content creation, even if this hadn't happened, was going to come within the next 2 years anyways. So there's that. And like I said before, he doesn't have to make YouTube videos. He can, or do the podcast or anything like that. He can just continue to make money with his investments that he has made money with, and then also make money from the TMG Studios. Speaking of TMG Studios though, they did come out with a statement, and it's interesting because it's not actually a statement to the audience or like a public relations statement type of thing. It's more so they just forwarded the email that they sent out to all of their employees. So I thought that was interesting. And so it says here, TMG Studios, this morning we shared the note below with the employees of TMG Studios. We wanted to share it with you as well. Our shows will resume in the coming weeks. Thank you for your support. Which is great because, they are employing a lot of people. And I know there are some people who are very unhinged and want like all of the like TMG and everything to just be discontinued, and it's like, please stop. Please stop that. One person can be held accountable and removed from like the public eye, although he hasn't apologized, and I think he should, but like hundreds of other people who have like nothing to do with that specific situation and didn't do anything wrong don't have to also lose their jobs. Like, that sucks. So the thing that they sent out to everyone in their organization and then forwarded out says, "Hi everyone, we just wanted to start by saying thank you all for your patience while we were working to figure out the best path forward for the studio. We know it's been very strenuous. We know it's been a very strenuous few weeks for everyone, and we really appreciate your willingness to bear with us. You are the most creative, incredible group of people. We feel so lucky to work with you all. TMG Studios is what it is because of you. We couldn't be more proud of the incredible roster of talent we've had the privilege of working with, and everyone and everything we've accomplished together. As we enter this next phase of the studio, we want to let you know that Cody will not be involved in day-to-day operations at TMG Studios, which from a organizational or like business standpoint, that just means that he's going to be behind the scenes and not like he's still going to be making money off of it. And like, again, from a business standpoint, yes, Noel too, but I mean, he has a bigger draw than Noel. So, I mean, yeah, I would like, it wouldn't be right for him to leave and not get any money from it. And obviously do whatever you want. If you don't want to support TMG Studios, that's completely fine. I personally like the Obsessed podcast with Brooke. She is so cute. She's so funny. I like her a lot. And, you know, just some of the like brain rot type of content I like. Not calling her brain rot, but things that are unserious and I don't have to think about. Anyways, one thing that I find very interesting is this next portion that it says, what has transpired over the past few weeks is a personal issue for him, and Cody wants to remove any effect this is having on your professional and personal lives and the work you and other hosts have done to make TMG Studios so successful. And it's like, it's a personal issue for him. I'd say it's also a professional issue. Like, it says Noel will continue to lead the team. His top priority remains the life and growth of the studio and its talent. Our audience sees your hard work every week, and we want that to continue. They deserve it, and so do you. We have built something truly special, and he's committed to keeping that alive and well. Sincerely, Cody and Noel. So I find that really interesting. I hope that TMG Studios is still going to be successful for the sake of everyone else who is involved in it. And yeah, that's really it. Isn't it crazy that like everyone who is massively successful that's been canceled this year, or just, you know, held accountable for their shitty opinions and actions, it all has to do with talking to minors? Why are you talking to minors? If someone has teen in their age, don't talk to them. I mean, no offense to y'all, appreciate ya. That's not that hard. Don't talk to them, you know? Don't be a fucking weirdo. Looking at you, Mr. Beast and Ava Chris Tyson. All right, so that's hopefully it. I don't want to ever talk about this again, but hey, I have a feeling we will, unfortunately. Okay, bye. Your butt looks so good. So follow me on Instagram. My new one is at totally not CCSUAREZ. My I am CCSUAREZ account got suspended because it was mass reported, and I'm pretty sure it's never coming back. So totally cool, and I'm not upset about it at all.